Hello, everyone. Welcome back to End Zone Analytics. Today, we have a big video. We will be predicting every single division and the playoffs for this NFL season. This is just my preseason predictions. There will still be predictions before the playoffs. Let's start off with the AFC East. I have at the number 1 Bills going 12-5. At number 2, I have the Patriots going 9-8. And at number 3, I have the Jets going 8-9. And at number 4, I have the Dolphins going 6-11. I think the Bills easily dominate this division, but the Patriots also will play pretty well this season. Now we have the next AFC division, the AFC North. At number 1, I have the Ravens going 14-3. At number 2, I have the Bengals going 11-6. At number 3, I have the Steelers going 10-7. And at number 4, I have the Browns going 4-13. I think Lamar Jackson plays amazing this year, and Joe Burrow pushes through to the playoffs. And even though his defense is on the worst case scenario side, he still got it. And now for the AFC South, I have the Texans going 12-5, and at the number 2, I have the Jaguars going 9-8. And at number 3, I have the Colts going 7-10. And at number 4, I have the Titans going 5-12. I think the Texans have a bounce-back year and dominate in their division. And I also believe that the Jaguars will play better than they have in the previous years. And for the AFC West team, we have the AFC West team number 1. I have the Chiefs going 12-5. And at number 2, I have the Chargers going 10-7. And at number 3, I have the Raiders going 8-9. And in the 4 seed, I have the Broncos going 7-10. I think the Chiefs have a much more realistic year, and also the Raiders play really well with Geno Smith and Ashton Jeanty. Now moving on to the NFC, the first team division is the NFC East at number 1. I have the Eagles going 14-3. At number 2, I have the Commanders going 12-5. At number 3, I have the Cowboys going 9-8. And at number 4, I have the Giants going 5-12. I think the Eagles stay competitive, and the Commanders also stay competitive for this division. Now, for the best division in the NFL, we have the NFC North. At number 1, I have the Lions going 12-5. Number 2, I have the Bears. Let's go Bears. Going 10-7. I have the Packers at 3, missing the playoffs, going 8-9. And for number 4, I have the Vikings going 4-13. I think the Lions stay one of the best teams in the NFC, and the Bears make a surprising leap. For now, the NFC South has been one of the worst divisions in the league, but this league I think is a bit more competitive. Number 1, I have the Falcons going 10-7. At number 2, I have the Panthers going 9-8. At number 3, I have the Buccaneers going 9-8. And at number 4, I have the Saints going 1-16. I think the Falcons really start to play well together, and also Bryce Young finally breaks out this year. Now for the final division in the NFC, we have the NFC West. At number 1, I have the 49ers going 12-5. At number 2, I have the Rams going 10-7. At number 3, I have the Seahawks going 6-11. And at number 4, I have the Arizona Cardinals going 5-12. I think the 49ers have a bounce-back year, and Sam Darnold shows his true colors. Starting with the AFC side of the playoffs, we have the number 1 Ravens, the number 2 Bills, the number 3 Chiefs, the number 4 Texans, the number 5 Bengals, the number 6 Chargers, and the number 7 Steelers. First game, we'll have the Texans versus the Bengals. I have the Bengals winning this game and Joe Burrow finally making a statement in the playoffs again. And in the second game, we have the Chiefs versus the Chargers. I have the Chiefs taking this game. It is a pretty realistic pick, and usually the Chargers don't even do that well in the playoffs. For example, just look at the stats from the Texans game last year. The next game, we have the Bills versus the Steelers. I have the Bills winning, also a pretty realistic. The Steelers usually make a playoff run, but never do anything with the spot. Other way around, you know what I mean. So now we have the number 1 Ravens versus the number 5 Bengals. I do have the Ravens winning this game. Their team is much more complete on both sides of the ball, unlike the Bengals defense. And for the next game, we have the number 3 Chiefs versus the number 2 Bills. I have the Bills finally overcoming this Chiefs team and making it to the AFC Championship versus the number 1 Ravens. And now for the AFC Championship game. I have the Ravens finally making the Super Bowl after so many hopeful years. And Lamar proves that he is not garbage in the playoffs. And now for the NFC side of the playoffs. We have the number 1 Eagles, the number 2 the number 2 Lions, the number 3 Niners, the number 4 Falcons, the number 5 Commanders, the number 6 Bears, and the number 7 Rams. Let's get right into it. For the first game, we have the number 4 Falcons versus the number 5 Commanders. We've seen that the Commanders have seen what they have done in the playoffs in the last year. So I give the Commanders an easy win versus the Falcons. Now in the next game, we have the number 3 Niners versus the number 6 Bears. I think the Bears will play a really good game, but the Niners will take it. Sad, but it had to go that way. Now I have the number 2 Lions versus the number 7 Rams. In the last 2 playoff years, the Rams have came close to beating them in the playoffs twice. Now I think this year they'll finally do it and beat the Lions. Now the divisional. We have the number 1 Eagles versus the number 5 Commanders. I will have the Eagles winning once again, but the Commanders will put a good fight. And the other divisional round game, we have the number 3 49ers versus the number 7 Rams. I do have the 49ers making it back to the divisional, beating the Rams. And now for the NFC Championship game. I have the number 1 Eagles versus the number 3 Niners. And the Eagles make it to another Super Bowl, beating the 49ers. And now, for the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl. I have the number 1 Ravens versus the number 1 Eagles this time. I have the Ravens winning the Super Bowl, overcoming the Eagles, and winning their first Super Bowl. Actually, it wasn't that long time. Well, that's it for the NFL predictions before the preseason. This video took a lot of work. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Endzone Analytics signing off. Don't forget to watch the Hall of Fame game.